I want you to bring Connor's friends too.
Could you repeat that, Crash?
I want you to bring Connor's friends too. The ones that have titles. Wild Fam, sir, you know the ones. The one with the helmet. The Nevros half-orc. Your little team. I want them here too.
I turn to Chedimir. I'm sorry, Chedimir. That's too big of an ask. We're gonna have to scrap your amendment.
Just for a chat. Just for a chat. Nothing. Oh, so terrible.
I cannot speak for them. I will have to decline the amendments, mine and yours.
He holds up a hand. How about this? Bring up the idea to them. Can you do that at least? I'll honor your amendment in full, but bring up the idea to them. I genuinely do want to talk. It was like this ever-present smile that fades when he last bit.
If you don't know anything about what I want, then can we get something else out of it?
That's not how this works.
Disappointing.
Marshall just is sitting there eating, and I assume he has a servant picking glass out of every part of him. And just he's chewing and swallows, see,
Kyra's helping you.
We just fought to the death with him whenever we wanted to change a rule.
That's a real shame, really, but your friends really want to know this information. Stink. She has a little dish that she's depositing on. She just little tweezers pulling out.
All right. So to reiterate, what is our arrangement, so that I understand the terms?
I will inform you the details I know about creation of a proper vessel for your blade friend there. In return for this, you will get Connor to come to me, heart-to-heart chat. And with the amendments, I will detail and disclose what I know about this peculiar rainbow world in between, if I know anything. And in return for that, you will bring up the idea of coming here for also a chat to the rest of Connor's friends and that team of his. You don't have to get them to come, but you had to get Connor to come.
I believe I can do that. Ask them to come. Extend the invitation, as it were. All right.
A good way to put it. He holds out a hand.
I grab it.
Shake it. I certainly lost on that deal, but sometimes you have to. Times. So, about the creation of a vessel. The name you gave her, Vanadis. Vanadis, the Restored Queen. I think you should go with that. It sounds nice. If I'm gonna have neighbors, they have to be good neighbors. Kidding. The creation for her vessel is going to be complicated, and it's going to take several components. You will be essentially stitching together a body. The elements you choose to craft her with will be very important, so be careful in what you pick. I just lost a shitty neighbor. I don't want her to come back, so be careful. He, because there's Stofan right to the arm's reach of him, he reaches up and taps your head. There is the knowledge to once weave together essence. Not in the half-hearted manner what is called alchemy, or Connor, but truly and fully, like a fairy is able to. You can only use it once, so I stand to lose from it if you lose as well. The places where you get your ingredients from will be
what
they are. What the components you get, as well as where they are from, pivotal, and whether or not you properly create a vessel. Some ingredients shunt each other; they negate, making them both worthless. And again, if you pick too many of the certain thing, perhaps you'll just get another Shattered Lady or something worse. So don't do that either. Just think about the person you're creating, and be true to it. Now, on to the matter, and he points at you, Gamer. You, my stabby friend. I'm afraid I don't have the immense amount of detail of this realm, but I know details of its existence. Imagine Chenmere also opens up a book.
No, she's holding Anella's hand. She's just listening.
It has no name. Seldom few ever go to it. Well, no one ever goes to it, like, willingly. They get pulled into it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a being out there, referred to as the Way Warden. He shrugs. It's been around for as long as I have. Longer. That's saying something. I don't particularly know what he actually does, other than be a pest for people traveling through at times.
Do you know how to contact him or reach that place willingly? I'm guessing the answer to that one. Just let us know.
Shake his head. I'm afraid I've never had cause to contact him or visit. He's not a fairy. He's something else. I suppose a fell god by your mortal definitions. But then I'm a fell god as well, so it's a failing definition.
Anybody else that we could contact about this guy?
I'm afraid I don't know anything of that. He's there. He's a simple force of nature. Just like the rest of the things. That's all.
Why am I important?
Thus, your guys' supper and tea time with Casimir comes to a close. Bids you guys adieu. You guys are able to go back to Anoa's abode. Having not the worst interaction with him. He's a very hospitable host, him and his wife.
Wonder why.
Callie is still insufferable, and she continues to be as she travels. But that's just her personality.
Yeah.
And I don't know, she seems a little less assholey these days. She's still like snarky as hell. You know, banter.
But she's not insufferable. Ooh.
She's insufferably snarky, not insufferably assholey.
It's
I would interact as little as possible.
Wise. You guys eventually
deal with Dominic.
Dominic gives you a thumbs up in the back of your mind.
Does that name sound familiar to Dominic at all? I'm assuming no.
The Way Warden?
Yeah.
Did you ask him?
Yeah.
The Way Warden is the name I know of. Very peripherally. Archfey probably knows him better than me. The rest of the Sanctum Knights, we simply collectively knew it as just a being that's in between worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Something like a myriad, albeit in a different spectrum, in a different direction.
What direction?
Some beings that we captured referred to it many times, but we never really bothered investigating. How could we?
Was there any correlation between the people you captured, or was it just randomly someone would just know?
We'll have to bring this up once we get back to Maestro's.
Yes.
No remarks. She says it's as she's opened up a portal to the Maestro.
Oh, that'll be quick.
What were you going to do? Walk back to the mortal realm from the Feywilds, dear? She says as she steps through.
I don't recommend it, Chadamir. I've done it once.
Anybody else wants to knock a comment? Anyone? Catalina.
Too easy. Hands behind her head. You guys come back, and at this point, it's nighttime. Yeah, they want me gone for like a few hours.
Oh, by the way, on the way out, Chedamir would have genuinely said to Danny, I like all the headhunting you had going on when we first came here. Okay, bye. And left.
She raises an eyebrow and she doesn't say anything.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, good job with that. Bye.
You come back into the portal room that is under the, well, it's in Felix's room, or it's like a side room from his abode. And then he, as well as the squad, are all just sort of chilling there. And then what happened?
I extend the invitation to the squad.
They all look at each other. He's a trick of some sort. No shit, Pavel. That is... Sorry, shouldn't vent against you. But yeah, it's some sort of trick. It has to be. Right? And she looks at Cedric and he just nods. But to what end? Ariana. This doesn't matter, he's evil arch-fairy asshole!
It's not wrong.
What end? Connor, what do you think? He's just sort of staring off. Eliza's next to him. I think we should give him a try. What do you Connor? Connor raised an eyebrow mostly at the spittled up tea that's on the ground.
Can we like check Connor's eyes to make sure he's not drugged or magically influenced?
He's not.
Weird.
And after like a series of confirmations, detect magic, he's unaffected. Ariana confirms this. Valeska does her own insight shit. But why? Why? I don't know what he's trying to talk. It's not always a trap, you know, Kalia shouts. They all give her a shut the fuck up, kid look. She just rolls her eyes. My familiar issues aside, I hope you guys got something.
We did.
Yeah, weird Wayfarer thing, or Waywarden. Blah, blah, blah. We know how to make a deity, apparently, or at least a fellow god. Or a body. Anyways.
You might just make a self-destroying body, sure.
Crash.
Lord.
A question, out of game question. Would I be armed with the knowledge of what kind of ingredients to get?
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Yeah, exactly. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. To a degree, it's very thematic. It's at this point that this will be the maestros gathering more rare ingredients for you if you so requested them.
What other flavors?
So do I have to like come up with a random as Fred? Where's my starting point here?
What ingredients?
Basically, is just you have to give 3 ingredients: mind, body, and soul. Now, in technicality, you have part of the soul part already done, as well as mind, but that's not necessarily it. You're not trying to make a container for it. So basically, just pick 3 anythings. That's sort of the trick to the creation process. Is you're not gonna like slap together like a piece of
Okay,
a leaf
kind of like
and a tree.
representational magic.
That's exactly it. Like, you're gonna be deconstructing these things down to base essence, and then using that to recreate the not recreate. Well, I guess it is recreate the body, the vessel. So it has to have meaning to you, as Aldrich, because you're the essence weaver for this process.
Okay.
And this is the part where he kills all of us and uses our bodies as sacrifices.
Fitting.
Old Aldrich, maybe.
Thank God.
Felix would say that he's done the process a couple times before. He says to, like, rare ingredients are better. Simply because that, like, you have less interaction with them, so the one interaction you have with them is much more impactful and powerful. Versus, like, piece of salami. I see salami every day. I mean, a lot of things to me, you know what I'm saying?
Not a good body
It's concept. A good sandwich. It's this, you know, it makes me hungry when I look at it, you know? It reminds me of home, because my mom used to throw a salami at me when I was acting up, you know? It makes me think of a lot of things.
Just imagine someone just throwing, like, a thing of salami. Well, bam!
But yeah, he says rare ingredients are better. But again, it has to have impact, so it can't just be like, give me King Lucian's baby tooth. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that?
Understood.
On to the matter of Owen, though. He's still in stasis, but again, like, his situation hasn't really changed. Failing because you could have asked Casimir about a cure for Owen's affliction, because he's an ancient fairy. Connor says he has another ancient fairy to bring you to. One that's much more predisposed to liking you than hating you, like Casimir would be.
I'm all ears.
He says he'll bring you over to her tomorrow morning, because it's the middle of the fucking night and you all need to fucking sleep. Now the teleportation network's up, then you guys can start going around, and you guys still have people to hunt down.
Hey, how late is it?
Probably like 1 a.m.
Dang it. So that bar is probably closed from earlier?
Oh, the Accord? Well, you don't have a coin to get in.
No, not that one. The other bar.
The gang bar.
Oh, the gang bar? No, that's open 24/7.
Marshall sneaks down there.
I mean, you could ask and Chedmere might tag along.
There's a side adventure of Chedmere and Marshall sneaking off to the gang bar.
Well, you can tell your friends we killed their self-inserts.
Nice.
Sure. I don't give a shit. Anyways.
Bar fight, bar fight, bar fight.
Yeah, it's a shootout. But there's only 3 people with a gun, so it's not really much of a I can say it's still a shootout. There are only 2 people with guns.
Bolts were shot.
Anyways.
We're getting to shot.
So, next morning comes, and then you guys take the teleportation to the forest near Connor's hometown of Leliak. Catalina brings up, like, don't you and that lore, aren't you guys, like, he's your foster father or whatever? Why do you have a circle leading to there? Why we gotta walk? To which Connor tells her, shut the fuck up. In a joking manner. Secondly, why do you have a problem with walking through the woods? You're from the fucking Feywilds. Yeah, but I'm also lazy. He rolls his eyes. Third, knowing our family, and he gestures between him and her, I wouldn't trust any fucking soul to set up a teleportation circle inside his castle.
You know what? He has a good point.
Oh, fair enough. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one, brother. I'll give you that one. So you guys end up the forest of Connor's fairy godmother, Natalie.
Oh yeah, ancient fairy would only trust another ancient fairy with that kind of shit, wouldn't they?
You guys teleport in, are surrounded by sleeping wolves. To which Coin sniffs at one, and then they all start playing.
Adorable.
Cute.
Connor shakes his head. They didn't fucking do that with me. Assholes.
Well, you're clearly not a wolf.
You'd be surprised when I was younger. Gold Mother! She apparates, like just literally from around a tree. Yes! Gold child of mine. Insert line here where Connor explains the details.
Yeah.
This raises some eyebrows from some of you, because this isn't something you guys reveal around, especially to evil fairies. But Connor trusts her.
For some reason.
She simply asked to go see Owen. Connor says you guys can wait here, and then he brings her to the Meister's Academy, to the devs, and back.
Alright, I'm also playing with...
You're playing the wolves? Just snarling at each other, trying to pull his stick better. Tom is just watching this, like, unamusedly. He does this with Shax, too.
Does he win, or does Shax win?
He wins.
I don't know why
Eventually,
it feels obvious.
Connor and his godmother, Natalie, come back. She rolls her eyes. Such a simple curse, honestly. She goes over to you, Aldrich. The uncle, yes, if I remember correctly. The fairly winning uncle. And she does like a grandiose bow.
I smile. Yes.
As a favor to my godchild, which I will cash in on. He just shakes his head like, She tells you the details of the curse and how to break it. More so the latter. It requires just 2 simple ingredients. 2 simple ingredients. And a pond. So 2 ingredients and a pond. It requires the tears of his mother and the blood of his father.
Well, we have 2 problems.
2 simple ingredients, she notes, and then she notes the perturbed look on her face. Or maybe not so much. Shame. She goes off and begins playing with her wolves.
Well, I can make a Scary cry, no problem.
How do you make a dead man bleed?
Hmm.
Ooh.
Huh?
Did Marshall get an idea?
Marshall got an idea.
Ooh. I like it when I hear that.
Alright,
what are you doing?
Body slams a wolf real quick.
Damn!
It playfully snaps at you.
It was a good fight. And he, oh, I mean, he can speak to animals. But he says,
Yes.
you could make it bleed.
Do you care to continue
Just
on that?
plant some flowers at his grave.
Huh. I mean, it's an idea.
I don't
I'm
follow.
assuming there is some flower that has the word blood in it.
Oh, no, plenty.
If you plant the flower on his grave, it absorbs his essence, or something along those lines. And you turn the flower into a juice, and bada bing, bada boom. Right? That's where you're going.
I really hope that the curses are loose enough for that.
Another answer to this riddle may be that we could find someone who's of the same bloodline as him.
I'm his
Right,
brother.
Aldrich.
Well, the thing is, it has to be
Correct.
his father.
Mhm.
That's what she said. His father.
Um,
Not his forefathers.
If we could...
That would be a really good way to jury rig around it.
If we could...
Scar, you ever, like...
Oh, mess around?
With that white hair, are you kidding me?
Fair enough.
I don't think his parentage is in question here.
If we had some way to bring him back, which we don't really, I don't think, easily. It's a blood flower thing.
Well, Nevi holds up the mirror.
Yes.
The mirror of House Bellinger. The one that sends people back in time.
I mean, yeah, that could work. Presumably it works.
Nevi, you
think
are a
it'll work?
genius. Seriously,
What a nice
would
mirror.
what would we do without you, Nevi?
Anything for Owen. Alright, get this soppy shit out of the fucking way. I'm getting tired of standing around the fucking shrubs. Oh, and you're complaining about me? Shut the fuck up, sis.
This entire thing is about sappy shit. Anyways.
You guys are gonna walk out to Liliac. I had a scene planned of when you guys got to Liliac with Connor about a local of Liliac greeting Connor in proper Heartlandic manner, which is an extremely thick accent and just going really fast and quickly and Scottishly. I'm not gonna make you guys suffer through that because we have to do. But just know that the man addresses Connor as a while. Really glad to have you back. Mom back has some sort of hankering for some sort of weird item. I don't know rightly what it is and stuff like that, but I tried to ask the merchant about it, but the merchant's around here fucking shite. So instead, I just got a bunch of random more fucking questions about it, and now I'm left with more questions than answers, and then... Good to be back. You guys go to Connor's foster father's place. Lord Karn Swahad. He's sort of Exchangian, sort of Heartlandic. He's both.
Interesting fellow. Oh, should we... Since we're so close, should I take care of the package that Nella gave me, like, forever and a day ago?
If you want. It's like, it's not next door, though. It's like a couple of days travel.
I mean, since we're here... No, we should take care of everyone first.
And now holds our hand. I can take care of it, here. In all honesty, there's honestly not much to it. She says you hand her the box.
Yeah.
What do you think is in here? I said you can't open it. I didn't say anything about me. What do you think is in here?
Something that says this messenger can be trusted, or absolutely nothing.
She opens up the box and opens it, and it's a flower that's made of ice.
Ooh, nifty. So...
It is the prerogative of the Wild Fae Emissary to curry proper relations between the two courts.
Oh, it's from Sweater. Interesting. Okay, well, see you when you get back.
He's not nearly as ancient as you think, and neither is his admirer, she says, tapping the top of the box. Why, I think they're younger than me.
You definitely have to tell me about this guy later.
Later. And she backs off.
Begone!
So there is a reason why Connor wanted to come here. Foster father / lord requested it. The reason his foster father / lord requested it is because his foster father / lord has a peculiar situation and peculiar person on his hands. A comatose lady. And when I say lady, I don't mean like she's female. I mean lady as in she's dressed like a noble and is a noble lady. And having a comatose noble lady in your road is not a good thing to publicize. After some initial analysis and investigation, with Naomi's help, and Catalina, surprisingly, you guys have the day to go fuck around the town, do whatever you want. You guys eventually call back, and Connor says simply, "Would you all mind taking another trip into the Feywilds for me?"
For you? Absolutely.
Appreciate it. I know you don't like it, Marshall, but just one last time. You might be able to find that flower you're talking about, actually. And you see that Lord Solhide is in the room as well, and he has the bouquet of flowers that Connor has been collecting this entire journey. It's like a fucking rainbow of different colored flowers that he collected throughout the entire trip south.
You have been very busy when we have not been paying attention.
He nods.
Anyways, what for?
The lovely lady here, and he gestures to the fucking, like, so sleeping white, fucking Juliet looking like a corpse lady on the table, is affected by a toxin of some sort, one that's not native to mortal realm. And it takes a very peculiar sort to piss off a fairy to the point that they deploy a toxin against you to point instead of just killing you. Or capturing you. Catalina chuckles in the back. Probably gets a perturbed look on his face at that, but he didn't say anything. It's called the Briar Faint Toxin. I've seen it twice. Nasty stuff. And not one that can be cured. Not without another part of the flower itself.
Mm-hmm. Where we start looking?
I don't rightly know, if I'm being honest. I don't go out to find the damn thing myself, because that would involve going to the Feywilds. I don't know. Which is why I'm asking you guys to go find it. You could try talking to Felix. Porter's right there. Just don't let Natalie let the wolves snap at you too much.
Not a bad idea. It's a lead of few. So out of game, what do we do? Do we just like go
out of game? You guys have the options. You guys can start calling in favors if you so wish.
What favors?
The Seekers have information and stuff like that. The Fortunas, or the Ebonhearts. Connor details that the plant is a rose. That's the name. Briar.
Mm-hmm.
Briar means rose.
Briar thorns.
Exactly. Or you guys can just tell me, like, how would you go about finding a... Which is sounds like a bit of a task now that I say it out loud. Like finding a needle in a haystack.
Ask Anella if there's a botanist hiking around the Feywilds.
I will add also to your guys' contact, or to your favorite list, the Crystal Harlequin of the Shifting Grove. That being said, that one is very, very, like, the way the favor system works is you call it in and they are there for whatever reason. So if we had played through it, maybe randomly, I would have just chucked it at you. I'm like, oh, hey, he happens to be here. But with the favor system, you call it in. Like, it's a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
They said he was well-traveled. He might know.
Has affinity for plants. Actually, anything for the Feywilds does.
Glass-based ones, yeah, I guess.
It's a starting point.
If that's what you guys want to start with, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I'll cash in that favor.
Okay. You guys have rapport with him. He was, again, like, we can't engage the entire conversation you had with him today alone, but I assume that it went pretty well. From the highlight that you gave me, I assume. So you guys go back into the Feywilds, this time with Felix, and you try to ask, can you pinpoint down the Crystal Harlequin? Ooh, okay. Stand back, kiddos. This is going to take some effort. Maximum power. That's okay.
Combination of memes.
He can send it. He can. Nice. It's not surprising that Maestro Felix knows the Crystal Harlequin. So you guys get apparate, just portal-wise into the Shifting Grove, and the Harlequin's happily strumming along.
Oh,
and who is? Oh, welcome back. I thought you were trespassers. I was about to. You don't want to know what I was about to do. Welcome back, and you're alive. I heard the shattered lady shatter from all the way out here.
Let me give you the deets. And
that finishing move. Oh, I would have loved to see it. Oh,
I'm sure
he slaps on the sand mask. Oh, I would have loved to see it. Slaps on the happy one again. But what brings you here, anyways? I apologize. I'm so rude. I didn't ask. Tell me. You gave me such a fine story. How can I help you?
We are in search of a flower.
He gestures all around him. You'll find no shortage of those here in the Fae.
Turn to the others. What was the name of the flower? Briar something?
Briar Fane, I believe.
Briar Fane is a toxin.
Yes.
But funnily enough, the flower is named after the toxin.
But
because that's how evil fairies are.
Very direct.
Ooh, a Briar Fane rose. Oh, you're gonna have to. Oof, that's gonna be. Hold on.
Unbelievable.
He lies down onto his tree and hut, and you hear him muttering something to it in Sylvan. To those of you that understand Sylvan, He's basically muttering, "Oh, grove of mine, bring us to the lodge of Ed." Wind kicks up and it's all the crystal beads that form the tangles of the tree line that surrounds this place in a near perfect circle, being cascading against one another, and then eventually it dies down, and then a path opens up off one way. The Briarfang Roses, I'm afraid, isn't cultivated around anywhere except by one group of people. Other than that, it's found wildly. And trust me when I say, if you're trying to investigate someone that's using it and it's just random, you're gonna have a hard time. So I'll send you to the next best place. There's a group. They call themselves the Lodge of Ebb. Lots of changelings, some mortals, some fairies. They cultivate it. Go take a peek around there. Talk to them. They're not bad people. Just trappers, assassins, stuff like that.
Hunters.
They're a good mercenary group for those of us that don't have oath keepers, and he gestures to himself. Or if a court person just simply wants an outer court staffer.
Tell you what. If you promise to only read what I show you, I will allow you to read my mind and show you the memory of that fight.
Whoa, I already traded you. Whoa. That's too fine a deal, my friend. That's too fine a deal. Callie, like, nudges you, Jedimir. See, I told you not all fairies are bad.
I never disagreed with that.
Too fine a deal, my friend. Unless there's something else you want. Is there something else you need? Something else I can help you with, perhaps? Me and my resplendent grove are here to help. Our friends, at least.
Do you know anything about...
See, I need a rare ingredient.
He tilts his head. Oh?
I was thinking the threshold of a house built by a kind man. A truly kind man.
He slips, like, very slowly, very quietly slips on his sand mask. Oh, stop. You're making me cry. Your words are too kind, my friend. He slips on the half one. I'm kidding. Keep going. I like hearing it.
If you can provide me with that, I will show you the memory.
I do you better than a threshold, my friend. He goes over to the tree line and just gently tugs at one of the beads. Gives you like a little bead segment of these crystal glass teardrops, and gives it to you. They always remember. They never forget. They always hold on. They're ever loyal. Such is my grove. And I hope it gives you its blessings.
Thank you. A deal is a deal. I show him the memory.
Put this on. He gives you the sad mask.
I put the sad mask on.
You yourself as Aldrich are brought back to the killing moment of your brother. Or rather, when he tried to kill you, right? I suppose. Fair way. Killing moment from your brother, I shouldn't say of. Misspoke. It only lasts a moment. Outside of Aldrich's mind. But eventually he pulls off the mask. He steps on his side. Very fine work. Great teamwork, all of you. He points at you, Jennifer. I didn't know I had an affiliate of the Winter Court here. My apologies. That being said, I'm a wild fae. I don't care. Very fine. think I'll make a song for that. Whatever, if the inspiration strikes me.
I would
Go on.
love to hear that.
He gestures to the cascading archway that leads out. Go on, before my grove decides to get a mind of its own again and leave.
Thank you again. And I turn to the grove. And thanks to you as well.
A shimmer from the archway cascades out like a ripple. So courteous. So much better than all the other guests I've had. And you guys go through the archway to the Lodge of Ebb. As you guys have done this one way, you guys haven't done this the other way. You usually go from Mortal Realm accidentally traversing into Feywilds. You guys don't usually go from Feywilds purposely traversing to something akin to the Mortal Realm. Well, that's exactly what happened. You guys go through the Teardrop Tangle tree line into Feywild greenery to normal greenery. You can tell by the sky that you're still not in the Mortal Realm yet, but it definitely feels like it just by flora alone around you. And you come across a magnificent, huge hunting lodge. Some real Valhalla shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where a number of hunters are just talking with one another.
Are they
Wood
elves?
They're not wood elves, no. They're just, some are normal looking. Some are just mortals, some are humans, some are elves, some are some Nevros, stuff like that. There's some fairies, stuff like that. It's interspersed here. It's really weird. Chedamir, you recognize two people here.
2 of 3, I'm guessing.
2 of 3. You see Katayeva and Griba out here.
She has a small heart attack. And by small, I mean...
You collapse onto Katayeva, she like flings you forward. Don't fucking fall on me! God.
Thanks. Need it.
Yeah, whatever.
She just kind of grabs Anella and is just like... just points over at him.
Anella's not here.
Oh, right, she isn't. Fuck.
She's on a trip in her favorite rocket ship.
I was about to say it. Oh, we're terrible. Anyways.
I'm 3 steps ahead of you today, because that's why. Anyways, you see Griba and Katayeva, and as you guys approach, you guys are clearly outsiders. You guys now have this magically decked out gear. All the hunters, trappers, assassins, mercenaries, however you want to describe, defensive contractors, haha. Yeah. Offensive contractors, haha. They all dress in a relatively similar style and all this relatively similar color palette, which is just simply white and green.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's more like bright gray, I suppose, not white, but you know, close enough.
Right, kind of camo-y.
Not really. They're dressed more decoratively. Like, do you see this? Like, this would stand out. Like, white amidst the green of forest, not worth it. Green amidst the white of snow, not worth it. Like, it's just decorative.
Interesting.
But as you guys come up, Griba and Katayeva see you and go over to greet you. Now, the two players that are here played Griba and Katayeva. I'm expediting through this, so we won't have a chance to voice these characters. But Griba and Katayeva disclose to you that they ask you like what happened. You ask them what happened. You tell them what happened. They tell you what happened. They were brought in by the Summer Court. Them and Casimir. Casimir stayed with the Summer Court, and last I heard, wasn't doing so hot. But Griba and Katayeva didn't want to stay. They wanted to leave. They want to go back. They want to go back to the Hunter's Watch. The Summer Night referred them to here, the lodge. And simply at the time, they just simply couldn't go back, not easily, and they didn't curry enough favor of the Summer Court or garner enough interest to send them back. So they sort of stayed in the lodge. The lodge had ways back and forth, but the catch to the lodge is once you're in the lodge, you can't leave it. Like, you're sort of trapped here, your soul. Catalea remarks that this is a sort of spin-off version of the Wild Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same. The Wild Hunt is always moving. The lodge has like an anchor point, which is here, obviously.
were they able to like try and contact anyone? Like people can.
They weren't allowed to.
Uh-huh.
Once you're with the lodge, you're sort of with it. Keep quiet. Your old identity goes away. It reminds you slightly of the Myriad, except these people hold their personality and life and charm. Versus the Myriad, where, alright, put on the mask, put on the hood, here's your demon slaying weapon, join the ranks. So it's a bit different.
So it was either
but slightly similar.
Join the lodge or run around in the Feywilds and probably die within a week.
Basically. Or they could have stuck it out with the Summer Corps, but they just simply didn't trust it.
I mean, not a bad idea. She says, scratching the back
Well,
of her neck.
just the way that their interaction in the Summer Corps went just wasn't. It was too nice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Now, but you are here at the Lodge of Ebb, and since you're the best candidates, as you know, you ask them about the Briarfaint rose, and they're like, "Yeah, we have it right here. It grows on the back, in the yard."
Are we allowed to just take one?
They look at each other and like,
why can't it be?
Let's ask the boss.
Mm-hmm.
They bring you inside, deeper into the central part of the lodge. And so it was like 5 floors, and then there's like in the very center a 6th floor that sort of spans across all of it, sitting above the tree line, like seeing out into it. They bring you before a living force of nature.
Whoa.
You recognize him as the Way Warden.
Motherfucker!
This is his lodge. These are his people. He reminds you a bit of a treant, or a golem, or some sort of construct. But you could sort of tell/feel that there's a living person underneath it all.
Uh-huh.
He's like sitting in like the Abraham Lincoln monument style in the large, big ass throne chair. He would be technically considered size huge.
That's a big lad.
He's a big lad. And he just sort of is just covered with ironwood armor and stuff like that. And you can see his eyes poked like this burning bright eyes, which are quite familiar to you, that sort of just burn from behind his ironwood helmet. Griba and Katieva liaison on your behalf. More Katieva than Griba, because Griba doesn't talk. But Katieva and Griba speak on your behalf and ask if you can take a rose, and he just nods. He nods and growls. And you sort of realize that he wasn't aggressively growling at you way in the past, that just happened.
Right. When
he growls, the entire building shakes. Everyone doesn't bat an eye at it shaking. It's like a California, like a magnitude 5 earthquake. Yeah, it's like, it's whatever. Shit's not getting knocked over. I don't care.
Yeah, if this guy yells at someone, that's gotta be notable.
Exactly. But Katya tells you said all right. So you're allowed to go into it. Connor also told you to inquire who the hell did it. So you ask, did you guys happen to do a assassination on a noble lady in the Mortal Realm? Yeah! Got paid by some nobles from the Mortal Realm. You guys confirm the identity?
Don't tell people kind of thing? Or
it's a blood contract.
Blood contract.
You guys confirm the identity of one of these, you confirm the identity of the contract taker as one of your ports.
Mm-hmm.
The lovely lady matches the description of your target, Nicolette Medea. Or a more nationalist or provincialistic side of her would call herself Nicolette of the Heartlands.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, you guys are good, and they can even send you back right now, if you need to. Canada, sort of just scoffs at this place and says, no thanks, we can go back ourselves. Because she can open portals.
Because of course you can.
That's what happens when you're the daughter of an archfey and raised by an archfey. I don't know what to tell you. He's old as time itself. She sends you guys back. Instead of the fucking forest, to Leliak. One of the trees in Leliak. And thus you guys go back to Connor and Lord Swahad. Connor, when are you going to get married? When am I going to hear the end of this? When you get married? Fuck. Oh, your friends are back. Welcome back.